وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ الرَّحْمَنُ وَلَدًا لَقَدْ جِئْتُمْ شَيْئًا إِدًّا. Okay, they said, the most merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ar-Rahman, has taken a son. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لَقَدْ جِئْتُمْ شَيْئًا إِدًّا. Okay, what you have just said is something that is so evil and so bad. تَكَادُ السَّمَاوَاتُ يَتَفَطَّرْنَ مِنْهُ وَتَنْشَقُّ الْأَرْضِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that the skies, because of this word, that Isa ibn Maryam is the son of God, because of this word, the skies came so close to actually being torn apart, to tear apart. تَكَادُ السَّمَاوَاتُ يَتَفَطَّرْنَ مِنْهُ وَتَنْشَقُّ الْأَرْضِ. And the earth almost split into two halves. وَتَخِرُّ الْجِبَالُ هَدًّا. And the mountains were on the verge of collapsing, just because of this statement. Imagine when someone says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a son. What did we say the root celebration of Christmas was? Is that these people, the Christians, they believe that celebrating that day is the day the son of Allah was born, according to them. And the skies and the heavens and the earth, upon hearing these words, they would wish that they didn't exist, or that they ceased to exist. As a Muslim, when you say, what's wrong with me just having a Christmas tree in my house? Okay, everyone's doing it. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with it. I don't believe that Allah has a son. I don't believe that Jesus was the son of God. I don't believe that he was God. Therefore, if I just have a Christmas tree, just to please the kids and the children, what's wrong with it? Let me tell you something, akhi. As a Muslim, if you take a Christmas tree and put it in your house, what does it represent? It represents your colonized mind. Your mind that has been colonized. And it also represents the acceptance of what? The acceptance of a dominant culture. That's what it represents. When you have a Christmas tree at home, that's what it represents. How can you be okay with celebrating what those people celebrate, who claim and offend Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the worst way possible? Those who say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a son. How can you celebrate something like that? As a Muslim, you have to remember that Christians do not celebrate the celebrations of the Buddhists, for example. Or the Christians do not celebrate the festivals of the Hindus. So why do we need to celebrate theirs? Why? What's wrong with us? Are we not happy with what we have? Are we not proud of being a Muslim? Do we not know that the religion that we have and the gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us is the best of gifts? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ الدِّينَ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الْإِسْلَامِ. Okay, the true religion with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Islam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says, وَمَن يَبْتَغِي غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا فَلَن يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ وَهُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Okay, whoever seeks a way other than Islam, it will never be accepted from them, and in the akhirah, they will be amongst the losers. So my ikhwani wa akhawati, let us be proud Muslims. Be proud as a Muslim. And also educate your children that these things are not allowed in our religion. We know that we know what our children are being exposed to in the schools. We know what they're seeing, just like everyone else. They're seeing what's happening around them. They can see the Christmas lights, they can see the Christmas trees everywhere, they can hear the Christmas songs, and so on and so forth, okay? They can see people giving one another gifts. But as a Muslim right now, what are you going to say to them? A great Imam called Imam al-Baqillani rahimahullah ta'ala. He was invited to debate some Christian priests. And as soon as he got there, as soon as he got to the place where they were debating, he said to them the following. He said, look how clever he was, subhanAllah. These priests who were sat in front of him, he knew that they don't get married. Okay, he knew that they don't have wives and kids. He said to them, how are your wives and your kids? Just like that. And they said to him, how dare you insult us? You know we are priests. We don't get married and we don't have kids. And he said to them, if you think that you are too holy to not have a child and not to have a wife, if you think that, then how can you ascribe something like that to the Creator, to the one who created you? Just look at that. Look how clever he was, subhanahu wa ta'ala. To awaken the fitrah that they had inside their hearts. As a Muslim, you need to be that clever as well. You need to understand your religion like that as well. SubhanAllah, he said, you guys, you don't want to attribute to having wives and having kids, but you don't mind attributing that to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or what they believe to be God, Jesus alayhi salam. So my brothers and my sisters, in the end, this is what we must teach our children. Yes, they will see lights. Yes, they will see songs, hear songs. Yes, they will see the celebrations. But we must teach them who we are as Muslims. We don't follow everything we see. We follow what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed. Be proud Muslims. Understand your religion. Teach your children with wisdom, not with anger. And always remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one. He has no partner and He has no son. That is our belief. That is our honor.